What is up? Today it was going to be a reaction to a video by Tectone called Change. I have no idea what's in here. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am very much trying to do like an upload a day. But I'm going to be honest. I didn't have a whole lot I wanted to react to. I do have like one video in the pocket that a friend suggested. Although he only suggested, it's like a 3-hour podcast. And he's like, just watch like this hour-long segment. I'm like, okay, so I might cover that tomorrow and save that for tomorrow for like a more serious reaction. But today's gonna be Tectone because it just happened to pop up, and I was like, oh, thank God, I have something to react to, and I get to make fun of Tectone today. Not really. I love Tectone, kind of. It's like a love-hate relationship. Actually, you know what? Tectone's not bad. He's like kind of like the rebellious son that I like. He's almost there. I just gotta get him to go to church. Anyway, the shine is looking very good, me lord. And we have two lamps. We have two lamps on our desk. That's on our bureau, whatever. That's good. Two lamps. Very necessary. Very necessary, me lord. Me lord. All right, let's see what Tectone has to say. This should be fun. As usual, this is going to be a yap session. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like my yapping. I try to add as much context and my own input to every video I watch as possible, which turns into anywhere from an hour to 2 hours sometimes, which drives some people nuts. Some people love it. Obviously, the women don't love it because women lack the logical capabilities to even comprehend half of the content I'm covering anyway, which is why we lost about 20% of our female viewer demographic in the last about 2 weeks. It was like 30% of the channel was female, and now it's like 9% and dropping very heavily, very fast. Please come back. Please come back. Please come back. I'll take my shirt off or something. Like, what am I going to do? All right, let's get into it.
Today's video is very important to me, and I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Did you almost die again, my lord?
And one of my favorite things is to maybe motivate you guys to change for the better, just like I believe you all helped me change for the better over the years that you've been watching my content.
Yeah, step one, don't stream. Don't become a streamer. And like go outside, and you'll actually live like a pretty healthy, like normal life.
Understanding where you are now and understanding where you've been is one of the easiest indicators to know where you need to go and where you're currently going. Whether that be your salary, whether that be how much weight you're lifting.
I don't think that came out right, but yes.
Whether that be what you're eating for your diet, whether that be the friends you choose to be around, you can tell where you are going. If you are making as much money as you were making last year, and that isn't enough to fuel your life, if you're not content, if you're not at the mountaintop, you should be thinking where you need to go, what you need to do. And
is this like an investment coach video? Like, am I about to get told to invest into crypto and in the sleep with like as many women as I can? And is that where we're going with this?
In order to not stagnate, in order to be successful in this world, it's a lot easier.
I mean, what do you determine as success, though? Because I would argue you're very unsuccessful. Yeah, you have a girlfriend, but you're not married. You don't go to church. You're basically degenerate. You're a recovering degenerate, but like you're still a degenerate who spends thousands of dollars on mobile games. You probably spend thousands of dollars on takeout every week. And like, yeah, like sure, you go to the gym and you make a really big deal about it, but like that's like one aspect of life. That doesn't mean you're now successful. Like where are the children? Where's the marriage? What are we doing? Like, you know, how like what are we doing? Where is it?
Said than done. But being in that mindset.
Yeah, because that's what I would consider success. But what are you consider success, right? That's the conversation. So like maybe your idea of success is just like make as much money as possible, and that's perfectly valid, and that's a lot of men is very much the case. That is what their success looks like. It's not what my success looks like, but like what does yours look like? You know what I'm saying?
Is how you will grow. Over the span of your all's life, you're going to have one quality that is going to greatly benefit you more than anything else And that is being able to tell yourself the uncomfortable truths that your subconscious might be fighting. The ability to have an open, honest conversation with yourself is so important.
Yeah, internal critique is like a mandatory part of growth. Yes, I know. It took you. How old are you? 40? Took you 40 years to get. No, I'm just kidding.
A lot of people like to blame their own shortcomings and their own problems on somebody else because they can't have a truthful conversation with themselves.
True.
Let's say you and a friend stop talking. What's a person's
Your ex girlfriend just ghosts you out of nowhere after you just spent $500 buying her a birthday present.
natural instinct to do? Well, they were awful anyways. They were terrible. I was perfect in every single way.
Yeah, people do that. I don't do that. Love all my ex girlfriends except one of them. She was actually no, still love her. Wish her the best. Tried to help her. You can only help people so much. But no, I mean this is definitely something biblically you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to hate your enemies. You're supposed to feed your enemies, right? So yeah, I don't usually feel that way about people. I've had friends come and go. Sometimes we reunite. I am generally always the type of person that always tries to reach out and tries to reestablish something. That's very hard with women, by the way. They just never like women just hold grudges and hold like hatred and guile in their heart forever for some reason. It's really baffling. But then again, they did, eat the apple and commit the ultimate sin and bring sin onto the world. So it's not surprising. But at the same time, it's like, at least for men, I usually find they'll respond. And usually like any beef you have with like your fellow man, they get over it after enough time. I had this one black friend, and I basically called him the N-word about 60 times in a conversation because he was acting like one, and I thought he was being a degenerate fucking loser, and he was talking about like beating his girlfriend and like fucking like not going to work, like basically he hit her because she kept getting on his ass to get a job, and he refused to get a job, and he was just being a fucking degen and playing video games all day. So I went on him too, and I told him stop acting like a fucking N-word. Which he also he did not like, but 6 months later we talk, have no problem. He was very respectful to me. I was very respectful to him. He actually thanked me because he did go out and get a job and like fix his life. So it's like, hey, it is what it is.
If that sounds like you, one, damn, you got unlucky, which is possible. Or two, you don't have the ability to self-reflect and tell yourself where you fucked up when potentially you did. I want you to look over.
I think I'm pretty sure that study that like majority of people don't have an inner monologue is very true, because most people don't. And whether that's an IQ problem or like what it is or some kind of genetic trait, I have no idea, but it's definitely a problem. Some people cannot internally critique anything. They cannot like remotely take a step back to look at like what their current situation is. They can't even figure out what the fuck they want in life half the time.
All of your past friendships, all of your past relationships. Think about all the people you've ever lost. Was it really them every single time? It's kind of like that red flag.
Sometimes.
When you talk about that girl and they say, all of my exes were toxic. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's usually her.
The odds of that are just so unlikely. And it's either one, you got ridiculously unlucky,
or
happen.
You have a problem with picking men.
Two,
or two, you're picking people the wrong way, incorrectly, for the wrong reasons. As I said in another video, my best advice for finding a girlfriend or finding a boyfriend and determining if that relationship is good or not for you, this applies to men and women, is to follow the Bible. I know it's crazy. A book written over 2,000 years ago has the keys to success in life. It's really crazy, guys. You don't need to go out and buy the next fucking crypto guru's fucking book on how to be successful in life and what are the keys to happiness. It was already written for you 2,000 years ago by God. It's pretty simple, right? Here are the questions you ask. You're a man, you're looking at a girl. Here's what you ask, right? Do I want to marry this girl? Yes or no? Yes. Next question. Do I want children with her? Yes or no? Oh, yes. Okay. Will I be willing to lay down my life and sacrifice everything for her and my future family? No? Okay, then that's not the one, right? We go to the next. Women, can I respect him? Like, do I respect him enough to follow his lead and, and ultimately leave decision making up to him? Yes, no, right? It's not hard to, as a woman, by the way, to submit yourself to your husband. It's really not hard to do, because if you actually pick a proper husband, it comes very naturally and it's very easy, right? Because you trust him to get things done, right? So it's all about you picking the right people, right? It's not unlucky. It's not like it was toxic. It's like, that's the whole point of fucking dating in the first place. This is why you don't fuck people after the first date. This is why you withhold these things, right? You're supposed to be feeling out what type of person they are, what their goals are, like where they align with you, right? It's like, Jesus Christ, like, why is this so hard for you people to understand, right? So it's like, as a woman, it's just like, well, can I love and respect this guy? Am I willing to have his children? Or am I like, be honest, I don't think women really even think about marriage too much. It's usually men who think about it. But like, for women, it's like, okay, well, can I submit to this guy? Can I submit to his authority? Do I trust him enough to submit to his authority and make good decisions for me and our family? Yes or no? No? Okay, go find somebody else. It's really that simple. It's really not complicated.
You're a liar. Or 3, man, you're just retarded and you don't know how to pick them.
True.
By the way, when you, and let me.
By the way, that's coming from this guy, right? Divorcee. Yeah.
To all my boys out there, when you go into a new relationship, you need to make sure that you don't say that all of your exes were terrible. And let me tell you why that is.
You should just not talk about your exes at all, actually. That's actually just the better, healthier thing to do. Yeah, that's just, don't even talk about them. Like, and I'm talking to women specifically who watch this video. Stop talking about your exes. Stop using your exes as an example. Nothing is a bigger turnoff for men than when you bring up like, oh, sorry, it's just my ex gave me this red flag about this thing. It's like, okay, that's great. I'm not your ex-boyfriend. I am the guy currently talking to you, looking to actually date you. Do you want to date me or not? Can you stop talking about your ex-boyfriend? Because it makes me think you're still in love with him and you can't get over it.
Because if the person that you're now going to date realizes the bar is that low for how they have to act and you will accept them because they know you've only been treated like shit in the past, they're not even going to have to fucking try. So make sure you keep that bar high, Kings, to make sure that the person that you're dating next realizes, well, shit, I guess I better perform. Oh, man, all my...
Yeah, I think, like, honestly, and, listen, take my advice of a great assault, right? Because I'm still single, right? So, although not by choice. Well, actually, no, it's kind of by choice. I just kind of work way too much now, so I haven't had time. And then I unfortunately live in basically like the most liberal area known to man, and I'm also very straightforward with like what I expect and what I want, and women generally. Well, it's funny because they usually will accept it. Like, even the most liberal women, by the way, you meet the most liberal women and they find you remotely attractive or they're interested in you, and you tell them, look, I want you to pump out kids. I want you to stay home and watch the kids. I don't want you working. I expect the house to be clean, but I will also assist you, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you just spout like typical traditional stuff to them. It's funny how they always say, oh, yeah, I want that too. And then, like, even though like their profile says I'm pro-abortion and I love liberals and like just weird shit and Democrat. Like, yeah, it's just funny, by the way, how women can so quickly like twist their own values and virtues for things, by the way. The amount of times that I've seen women write in their bio, I don't sleep with a guy on the first date, and they sleep with you on the first date, is actually astronomical. So, yeah, I would never take any of that very seriously, but I still think you should still be straightforward anyway. 9 times out of 10, they're going to lie and just say yes. But, it's better than not saying it and then like getting like a week in and investing into somebody and then be like, oh, by the way, I really would like children, and for you to not, like, I'm always right up front, like right off the bat, I'm just like, well, do you want children? And if she says no, I'm like, all right, see you later.
My exes were great. Gee, I mean, they'd cook, they'd clean, they do this, they do that. So better get to work, get to working, buddy. Rather than, Oh, yeah, I used to wake up every day to 4 daily beatings. Oh, okay, great. So I can just sit on my ass all day, and as long as I cook them maybe an egg or two, we'll be fine. Yeah, keep that bar high, Kings. Okay, guys and gals. I think like what, like 12% women watch my channel? I don't know why.
Guys, please. Like the women, the 9% women on my channel, can you share this video to your female friends? Like, there's no way I'm gonna have a lower female demographic than fucking Tectone. There's no way. Like, there ain't no way, bro. He's gonna have more women in his channel than me.
Maybe it's my pure sexual energy. It's probably that. Anyways, one of the reasons why I watch this video is because I was watching a lot of my peers. I'm not going to say which peers these are.
Yeah, I hope it was me. It's definitely not me, but I hope it was me. I hope Senpai noticed me.
But the peers who I have seen that have grown and the peers that I have seen that have stagnated, same content, same jokes, same delivery, and their channels are going down, 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 and they think, I don't know why this is happening. It worked 4 years ago. Why?
Well, that's why you keep a lot of slurs in the back, right? So like I have about 62 different slurs that I use on a regular basis. And I only whip out like one every like 2 weeks, and I use it nonstop for those 2 weeks, and then I'll whip out a new one just to create new controversy and to get more views, you know? That's actually a pretty good idea, I think. If you follow that, you'll stay relevant.
Why isn't it working now? Because the whole world is growing and you're not. That's pretty much it. You got comfortable. You thought this was good enough, and now you're fucked. Because what worked all the way back then, you're still doing. You're not adapting. You're not overcoming. You're not.
Bro, I feel like he's talking about Summit 1G. That dude hasn't even updated his fucking overlays in like fucking 20 years, man. Like, no wonder why the guy's hemorrhaging viewership. I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's a fucking multimillionaire. I don't even think he cares at this point, and I wouldn't care either. To be honest, I think if you're going into content creation like for money in the first place, you're just asking for a very big disappointment and in trouble anyway. Like just do it for the fucking love of the game, bro. Like, I'm only here for the love of the game. I'm not really interested in fucking any kind of monetary compensation from this. Like, I'd rather actually work like an actual real job that actually contributes something to society, and it actually helps people. Like, this shit is just fucking meaningless half the time. Because based on my average watch time, even though I upload hour-long videos and people will comment like they actually watched the whole video, I can actually see how much you guys have actually watched the video, and most of the time it's like you watched like a quarter of the video, if not like 3 minutes of the video, and then left a comment and then left. So yeah.
Flourishing. I'm going to give you an example.
I'm a long-form creator working in an ADHD world. It's not great.
I don't think he'll mind me talking about this. This person you all don't know. I have a friend who's in a job right now making $52,000, but he understands the dead end.
Why does this feel like a fake female story? Like, this is the shit that women do. They just like make up fake stories that don't actually exist to try to prove some weird point that they have. I feel like he's doing that right now. I don't feel like this person actually exists, by the way. I think he's just making shit up.
Job. He's soon going to be taking a job that's going to be paying $39,000, which is lower. That doesn't sound very good. Why is he doing that? Well, because his current job treats him like fucking shit. There's no way to work up any higher. The bosses are idiots. And this new job is 1/3 of the workload, maybe even lower. Everybody in the job is kind to him and respects him. And within 4 months, he'll match his previous pay. And in 2-3 years, he'll be doubling his salary. Kind of a no-brainer. Sure, short term, it might suck. It might be a little bit hard, but fighting for a present and fighting for a future that will not be sustainable because it's a little bit more comfortable right now, well, you're just...
True, comfort does kill. I agree with him. Comfort is bad. Well, it's not necessarily bad. I mean, if you're comfortable in like in every aspect of your life, then you're comfortable, right? You know, but if he's comfortable in like terms of like, well, this is enough money for me right now, but like I hate my job, then you're not actually comfortable. So you should change that. When people bitch about their job, I tell them the same thing every time. I'm like, well, go get another fucking job. You live in America, right? We're not living in fucking Somalia. This isn't fucking Iraq, Afghanistan. We're not living in fucking Venezuela. This is not fucking Iran, where there's 300,000% fucking inflation on their currency, right? There are jobs everywhere. The thing is like you have to be willing to do them. Now, if you want money, well, my advice is the same as it's always been. Take up a fucking trade skill. Electricians, carpenters, you want to install things, you want to be a truck driver, you want to do anything like that, you're going to make buku bucks. One of the biggest ways you can make a shit ton of money right now is you're like an emergency driver. You're like an overnight driver. That means like you work for FedEx, you go in, yeah, you're the guy who's going to drive 24 hours straight from fucking, bumfuck in the up north all the way down to Texas to deliver this fucking load. And you can do this in like box trucks. They don't even use big trucks. They take like box trucks or whatever to do this. So you don't have to actually have like a license for like a big rig or something. And you just do that. And then boom, you're done. And you just probably made enough money to kick around for 3 months and do nothing. So yeah, it's just like the thing is like, especially for men, is that unfortunately, well, I mean, it's always been true, but like the jobs that are going to pay you the most money without getting involved in like investment stuff or like real estate or something like that, it's going to be like some of the like the more dangerous, the harder to do jobs. It's going to be more hands-on stuff. That's going to pay you money. But I mean, fucking Christ, I mean, like the plumbers that like I work with, bro, I send them out to do a dishwasher and it's like $350 to install a fucking dishwasher. Like, I don't know like how many of you are just like completely useless as men, but like you can, like if you're a man that's like not remotely retarded, you can install a dishwasher like by yourself in like literally 30 minutes. It's not complicated. And these guys will make $350, $400 a pop to install them. And they'll do like 4 or 5 a day, and then that's it. They go home. They work like a 6-hour shift. So it's just like, guys, you can, it's like you can make so much money. You just have to be willing to do things that it might be a little uncomfortable for you. But the thing is, if anything that's uncomfortable, is it eventually gets comfortable, because human beings are the kings and queens of adaptation, right? Human beings' best trait is adaptation. We're like cockroaches. There could be a nuclear fallout, like nuclear war, just wiping out fucking half of humanity and leaving a nuclear fallout everywhere, and we would still probably keep going on. We're like fucking cockroaches. We always find a way to adapt and keep going. So you're just going to be willing to do shit that might make you a little uncomfortable, and that's usually good, because uncomfortability and doing something uncomfortable and new kind of leads to growth. This is something that took me a very long time to learn, and Technone is pretty right about this. It's like every time you do it, things become easier. Like I remember when I was young, I actually had like a huge fear and phobia of driving. I actually like driving like terrified me. I was always terrified to drive. Like I was always terrified that like I was going to endanger other people. Now I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like I'll run motherfuckers off the road. Dude, get the fuck out of my way, bitch. Like you just got to do it, right? I just got thrown in the deep end enough times driving that it's like you just get used to it. And now it's like I drive big trucks. I drive like forklifts, everything. By the way, Smug Alana, I'm forklift certified. Anybody who knows that reference, you get an A+ in my chat. I got to do that video. I was going to make a video of like me and her going on a hike, and then she like stubs her leg and I carry her back down in a forklift after I show her my forklift certificate. By the way, I'm not just forklift certified. I'm certified to certify other people on the forklift. So I know, ladies, that's very impressive. My DMs are open. I do make 6 figures. Please enter my DMs. Thank you. Anyway.
An idiot. You're just a loser if you think this way. And
I don't think you're a loser if you think this way, by the way. I think this shit is really harsh. I think this is like some red pill, like alpha male, like cringe shit talking. It's just like, you're perfectly fine. Society needs all types of people. The people who never leave Walmart are still, like, in my opinion, I still appreciate those people. The people who are actually capable, who do work these retail jobs that are so necessary for like modern society to function, are special. Yeah, I mean, like I respect workers no matter who they are. Like I don't care. Like I always give a tip, and I always say nice things to the guy who pumps the gas at the gas station near me, because not many stations still have a guy who pumps the gas for you. It's fucking like 5 degrees outside and he's still pumping, and he doesn't complain, and he does a good job. He doesn't spill, he's just very quick. He gets it done. And like, I'm like, yeah, you should still respect those people. You're not a loser if you don't make $1 million, or you're not like constantly striving for like that next fucking career push. Like if you're comfortable in life and you like your job and you're comfortable doing it, then just it's fine. This idea that you always need to keep striving upwards is just like nonsensical. It's just like not everybody needs to do that. The people who want to do it, you're free to do it. Welcome to America. You're welcome. But if you don't want to do that, it's perfectly fine. I mean, as long as you're happy with your life.
Because it might be a little bit more comfortable for a couple more months, maybe even a couple years. If it's not going to get you to be sustainable for the rest of your life, it's not worth being at. One of the things that a lot of people struggle to understand.
Yeah, one more point, and then we'll let it play out. I keep pausing, but I just want to say in this little comment there, and like I see this too, and logically, objectively, you're right. You should be planning for the future. Just like, you know, you watch Caleb Hammer's videos and financial audit. He goes off on these people for not having emergency funds, for not having investments and all this shit. That's perfectly fine. But, you know, the irony of that, by the way, is like, you don't know how long you're going to live. That's just the reality. You could drop dead tomorrow. Ever since, like, once you turn 30, I like to say it this way. Once you turn 30, if you don't have any other like ongoing diseases or illnesses that you know of, like once you turn 30, just basically think of it like this. There's a 50-50 chance every day you don't wake up. Once you turn 40, it's like 60-40. Once you turn 50, it's like 70-30. Yeah, every day that like you have a chance of not waking up, right? So yeah, it just keeps decreasing. So you never know. You see the healthiest motherfuckers on the planet die at 32. You see some of like the most degenerate, terrible lifestyle motherfuckers, poorest of the world, live till like they're 80. You just never know when your time is. So like, while it's great and awesome to prepare and do all these things, I mean, I work with a lady who's like, she's in her 80s. She's in great shape. She never had children. She hates children. She's like the epitome of like, she lives the epitome of the liberal, like modern leftist liberal lifestyle. Like, her and her husband are both rich. They have a house on the fucking Cape. They have multiple homes. They have dogs instead of children. She hates children. She thinks they're gross. She's a fucking pure hardcore Democrat. But it's sad because like she's a very beautiful lady. She's very smart. But she's also miserable all the time. Like sometimes you talk to her and she's fucking miserable, and you don't want to talk to her. Like, everything is like, there's a problem with everything. She's got to snap and be crabby and be sassy about everything. She's a very like unlikable person sometimes. Like sometimes very likable, like is like a mother to me, like second mother, third mother to me. But it's like, it's sad to see because it's like, are you really happy? And then like even now she's still like penny pinching, and sometimes I'm just like, you're literally like a multimillionaire. She's a multimillionaire. Spend your fucking money. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, what are you waiting for, lady? You're like almost 80 years old. What are you waiting for? Like, how long are you gonna wait before you can go enjoy yourself? You're still working. I don't understand this mentality. Like, I'm not saying you should just live every day willy nilly and just fucking spend all your money. You should be like somewhat intelligent and like have like an emergency fund, and you know, and if you can invest and you can afford doing that, do it. But like, also don't get too caught up in the minutia of like, oh man, I got to be prepared for the future. I got to have all these investments in later. I got to have all this, all that. Like, motherfucker, you could just die tomorrow and it's all meaningless. Like, so it's like, if you're not like, you know, delaying gratification for like a bigger payoff in the future is smart. You should do that. But I also think there's moderation in between that, right? Like you gotta still try to enjoy life for what it is day by day in the present to some extent.
Understand how to grow, how to flourish is
because you don't know if you're waking up tomorrow.
Yourself with. Now, I haven't talked about this at all. I haven't. And to anybody who might be reaching out to me and to anybody who might not be getting an answer back from me, just know that
he never answers my texts.
I myself, I cut off like everybody. Like
true,
99.9% of people. I think there's 2 people that maybe I have not cut off. And the reason for that is that I really needed to change. I really needed to grow. I really needed to get better. And one, I didn't want anybody to see how I was. And two, I didn't want to get comfortable with a lot of the people who make me feel like I was okay with who I am, because I was not okay with who I am. I felt like I was stupid. I felt
Me. I mean, you are kind of stupid, bro. You are kind of stupid. I ain't gonna lie. You might be like the most unread, like you might be like you're like the quintessential like 90 IQ dude. Like you're just like the 90 IQ'd white dude. It's just somehow you got lucky and made millions of dollars. And like this is just basically you're like I always thought Tectone was like this is what white trailer trash looks like when they become millionaires. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, who you surround yourself matters. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is even taught in the Bible. I can't remember exact passages off the top of my head, but it's like you could be courteous and kind to everybody around you, but like you don't open yourself up and open your heart to everybody. That's just retarded. You should really only engage and fill the cups of people around you that fill your cup, right? So if you have friendships where like you're the only one that reaches out, you're the only one that responds, you're the only one that sets everything up, they never invite you anywhere, that's probably not your friends. You should probably seek other people to talk to. Then at the same time, if you just hang around a bunch of fucking gooners that don't work and don't do anything and play video games and get high all day, you're probably going to do the same thing. You're not going to have too many aspirations to like improve or be better, right? If you surround yourself with exceptional people, you're going to actually strive to be exceptional, and those exceptional people are going to also help you strive like to be exceptional. You're going to hold each other accountable. This is why I say criticism is not bad. I say this in like every video, and criticism is good. It leads to growth, right? And I don't want friends that don't criticize me. Like my friends criticize me all the time. We don't agree on everything, even though we share political or religious beliefs. We don't even agree on that, and that's fine because we have open debates about it. We learn things. I might not always agree with the conclusions they come to. They might not always agree with the conclusions I come to, but that's fine. We're still friends, and like this is what friends do. This is what people actually care about you do, because ultimately, if you don't actually care about something or someone, you don't really pay attention to them, do you? You don't ask them hard questions, like if you don't like you meet some random person in a Walmart, you're not gonna ask them like too much past like, oh, how you doing? Oh, that's good, great. You're not gonna ask them like deep dark questions like, hey, what really keeps you up at night? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, just pay attention to who you're surrounding yourself with. Like, try to surround yourself with people, like-minded people, not an echo chamber. And that like that's not what I'm saying, but like people who are like they're kind of on the up and up, like they're actually like doing things in life. They're not just endlessly playing video games all day. I have a group of friends and I love them to death, but I'm also very worried about them a lot of the times because like I've been watching them for like the last 6 years just literally go into the same Discord channel, get super high and drunk every night, and none of them work. Well, some of them kind of work part time now, so like they're improving, but it's like bro, we're in like our mid 30s, guys, and you're like, you guys are still living this lifestyle, and like maybe you're happy. I don't know. I can't know their internal worlds and critique that. That's like I don't really ask them either. But it's like, you know, I do worry about them because it's like they're in like this like fucking they just like they kind of feed off each other in this shit. Like they encourage each other like to take dabs and all this shit. And it makes me sad to watch because I'm just like I know most of them are capable of a lot and doing a lot more. And like I don't know what's really going on upstairs to really kind of like prevent them from doing so. But you know, I try to keep an eye on them. But yeah, who you surround yourself to is extremely important.
like I was very, I felt like I was retarded. I'm just gonna be straight up. And I really needed to grow.
You are retarded,
and
bro.
over the past 4 to 5 to 6 months, yeah, it's almost been half a year, I have done so much studying. I have done so much training. I have done so much self-reflecting because the world made me so angry.
Have you gone to church yet, though? Made a whole fucking video about it. Have you gone to church yet?
And I could have sat there and been angry about it, or I could have done something about it. And I've now done something about it. I feel like I'm a lot more of my own person now. And I feel
I would agree with you. I actually like you way more now than I ever did since I've known you for like 6-7 years. Especially back during the Genshin days. During the Genshin days, you were a complete degenerate fucking loser. You were, and if you go back and watch, you can't even watch your old clips. I guarantee you, you can't watch your old videos. Like somebody gave you a VOD from like 6 years ago or whatever. You couldn't watch it, could you? Because you were a fucking loser. You were an asshole. You were a prick. You were just angry at the world and everybody else because your fucking life was miserable. And you were insufferable to deal with for a lot of people, and it's actually like it's God's blessing that you even made it this far. I'm gonna be honest, brother. Like, you need to go to church because you owe a debt of gratitude to Jesus Christ for getting you to this point. Because most people who acted like you and engaged in the shit that you engaged in never make it this far. Like, it's a miracle you did, and that you've come out of it like way better. So I would say like the tech tone of like the last like year and a half, like honestly, pretty decent person, good role model. I think like you say a lot of good things. It took you a long time to get to this point. It's not about who gets there first. It's about, getting there. And I think you're gotten there, but this is still the first step. Like, you still have a lot more to learn. There's like, let's how about we start reading some philosophy? Let's start learning. Maybe you should learn how to debate a little bit, right? Because you like, just like I do, you have a lot of good ideas. You have a lot of things that like you notice, like, hey, this is how you actually be happy. This is how the world actually works. But you need to be able to actually debate those ideas properly instead of just like screaming at people, which I also need to work on because I hate these people so much. Sometimes I just like screaming at them instead of actually trying to convince them of like, hey, you should save yourself. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the tech tone of today is so much better than even like 2-3 years ago. Just like, you're funnier, you look healthier, you say very profound things sometimes. You're very open and honest about things I think people need to hear. Yeah.
Very good about that. But if I chose the comfy route to be there,
you'd still be gooning like 12 times a day and your dick wouldn't work. Yeah.
With all of the people who offered to comfort me in a darker time of my life, I don't believe I would have grown that much. And I look forward to reconnecting with all.
In another universe, Tectone is a Hassan orbiter, just like that sink in.
Those people. And by the way, if you ever shot me a DM, if you ever offered to hang out, if you ever said any words of support ever, I do remember that. I do. And I look forward to reconnecting very soon. And it's no hard feelings whatsoever. I love y'all so much. And you guys know, if you're my friend, you know that we're fucking friends, right? I'll be back in a little bit more, but I just had a lot of growing to do. And
this motherfucker's been saying that for a year. I'll be back soon, guys. 6 months go by. Hey guys, another video. Still changing. I'll be back soon, though.
I do not want to slow that down at all.
It's fine. It's fine.
Because there's a man who I want to be, and I really wanted to.
Jesus Christ?
Laser in and be that person.
I'm just kidding.
But I didn't want to get comfortable. I had another friend. Still have this other friend, but there was a period of his life that I wanted to challenge.
Okay, here we go. Another made-up woman story.
Him on. And he was always wondering why. And I really think you're probably going to know who you are if you're watching this. And I know you watch my videos. There's a person in this life that I love so fucking much. I do. I love this guy so fucking much. But
it's kind of gay, bro.
This guy was a complete fucking loser. And he knows he was a complete fucking loser. And there was a conversation where he finally realized that he was a fucking loser.
You're talking about Asmongold?
And I said, well, to be honest, it's partially your fault, but not really. This is a huge summarization. But this guy would surround himself in the most comfortable way possible, hanging out on Discord with other unemployed motherfuckers who said, oh yeah, don't worry.
I just told this story. All right, we have. I know exactly what he's talking about. I got that friend like that too. Yeah, I got that one friend. Like I said, I love this guy. I love this kid. Just like he is, just like he's so fun to talk to and hang around with and just chill and shoot the shit with. But like I just sometimes I get worried because like he surrounds himself with like the biggest degenerates, and it's just like I don't see him going anywhere. Like, and then like sometimes I feel bad because I was with them at one point and like my life was going nowhere, but then I escaped from that, and then I stopped hanging out with them because like it just felt weird to hang out with them. Like once I got past all of yeah, it's I know exactly what he's talking about, bro.
I don't work a job either. I make no money either. It's fine. Let's play League of Legends all fucking day. When you surround yourself with people who do not challenge you, when you surround yourself with people who reinforce your negative habits, you are.
They don't even need to challenge you. Sometimes they just need to inspire you. You could have a friend that like he doesn't challenge you at all, but like he lives a lifestyle that like makes you want to live similarly, right? Like one of my closest friends. He's very intelligent. We both love history. We both discuss these topics. We don't always agree on them. Um, if I ever need anything, I need money, I can reach out to him. I'll get the money. If he needs money and I have it, he can ask me. I'll give it to him. There's no hesitation. There's no questions asked. He knows I'm going to pay him back. I know he's going to pay me back. We help each other. Like we talked about theology. We talk about women. He's helped me a lot. Like many years ago when like with women before, I've helped him because he had some issues. It's just like, yeah, like, and it's like it's not like we don't even we don't even challenge each other. To be honest with you, like our relationship is almost like we're almost competing in a way. It's almost like a rivalry in a way. It's also like just like for me anyway. It's more of like I look up to the shit he's accomplished. Right now, he's going to law school and he's doing things. He's like, despite like we're in our mid-30s, he's now like, you know what? I really want to practice law. I actually want to do good things and try to push conservative and Christian values into the world and like fight for the injustices and find fraud and do all these things. So he just started going to law school and now he got accepted. He passed like his exams. He's going into that. It's fucking great. It's inspiring. It makes me want to do a little bit more,
Fucking up your life. You are fucking up your life. Listen, I love going into Discord and talking to all these kind people who are just chill. They're there all day. But you got to realize that if someone's on Discord all fucking day, they're most likely a fucking loser. Didn't mean to touch you. There was a phone notification. Please don't sue me. It said 20% battery left because I'm one of those dickheads who never charges their phone properly. Anyways, you need to be very critical of the people who you surround yourself with. The people who you surround yourself with should be people where you want to be like them. You want to be where they're at. Raise your standards for the people that you have in your life and aim to grow as a person, to have friends like those people you want to be like. Because you will be the people you surround yourself with the most. And if you can't have that, then remove everybody from your life.
Yep. You know what the best way to get yourself motivated to go to the gym or exercise is? You find friends that do that every day and they'll take your ass, right? Sometimes it's like, I just don't want to drive there. But if you got a friend who lives nearby and they go every day and they're doing their thing, like it's very easy to like the community aspect of like doing things together with people is important, right? So it's like if you lack the motivation to go to the gym yourself, then go find a friend that goes to the gym and talk to them and like maybe get them to help keep you in check, right? They'll come berate your ass to go. They'll come pick your ass up, force you to go, right? It's important.
And focus on yourself until you are that version of that person you need to be so you can go where you want to go. You have one life. You have one.
And it ends very quickly.
And you can spend it all day
playing video games,
mindlessly grinding out League of Legends.
And it means nothing. It means nothing. The amount of games that I've played in the last fucking, like I told you guys, I've wasted so much of my life just like playing games all day. And I still like to play them. It's really hard. I even though I have so many, and like I'll keep buying them because I'm like, oh, I really want to play that, and I end up just not doing it. Or I'll play for like an hour, and I'm just like, okay, this is like I'm gonna have to like figure this out, learn this mechanic, do this, and then it's like, what's the point? I'm gonna beat the game, or I'm gonna find some overpowered build and just like make the game pointless anyway. And then once it loses its challenge, it's not even fun to play. Most of them aren't challenging anyway because I've seen fucking every game under the sun and know everything they're gonna try to do anyway. Yeah, it's just like it becomes pointless. Like, right? Like my fucking achievements in fucking Counter Strike like 20 years ago mean absolutely fucking nothing. The amount of professional players I've seen back in like early Brood War of the StarCraft Brood War days to like early StarCraft 2 days that then like went on to be absolutely meaningless. Like they're not even like you don't even know who the fuck they are. You guys remember StarCraft, for example? No, exactly, you don't. Exactly. Like the guy who used to be like during the beta of StarCraft 2 and the early days of StarCraft 2, one of the biggest content creators for StarCraft 2, literally non existent, doesn't exist anymore. Nobody knows who the fuck that is. That's my point. All of that, it's meaningless, right? Now, what you do know is Elon Musk, Donald Trump, people who actually engage with reality, build things in reality, accomplish things, make meaningful changes in culture and society. You remember those people, don't you? You don't remember your favorite fucking pro gamer from 20 years ago. If you guys sit here right now and think about it, you're going to suddenly be like, oh, yeah, I remember this guy that I used to watch like 20 years ago. He was a pro and he doesn't do anything. Yeah, because you forget about this shit. It's meaningless. It literally has no inherent value or meaning anyway. It's pure entertainment and self gratification. And while those things I think are fine in moderation, I think some people go way too far. Now, don't get me wrong. I still will find myself lost to like you get me to load up like Space Engineers, with my buddy or something. Like you'll find me up like 24 hours straight, like fucking grinding out things in Space Engineers. But the reason why that's a little different, I think, is because like I'm actually creating something that has like real physics and math and going into it. So like my brain's working and I actually feel like I'm creating something. It's still meaningless, by the way, because once you close the fucking server, it's all gone. But I think that's why that game kind of capped it. Like games like that will like latch into my mind for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I made this point before, to be honest.
Or you can log off Discord, grind, get a real job, get in the gym, look good, find someone you want to spend the rest of your life with.
It's not even about looking good; it's about feeling good. I put so much more value and emphasis on feeling good. You could look like shit, but if you actually feel good, there's nothing worse than waking up in pain. You wake up, your back hurts, your foot hurts, your neck hurts, like you're dehydrated, you feel like shit, your eyes are like your eyes hurt. Like I've been through all of this. It fucking sucks, dude. I used to have really terrible back pain because I just didn't do anything. But then once I started doing a lot of physical labor jobs and shit, like it was really rough at first, but like once my body got used to it and built back up some muscle in my back, I just had like a lot of like basically I had like no muscle in my back, like it just disappeared. So I had like no support. And then once I built that up, like I don't have back pain anymore. I like very rarely ever have back pain. My back pain used to be so bad I could not sit down. I had to like stand up. It was absolutely atrocious. I could never get comfortable. And now it's like I never have back pain. Like sometimes I get like stiff shoulders or something now because like I have to lift a lot of weight all the time. But yeah, it's just like I can't stress it enough. Like go outside, like and like you don't have to be jacked. You don't have to look. You don't have to fucking like what is all this shit they talk about like mogging and like all this shit that fucking that cringe guy says about mewing and shit. You don't have to do all that, guys. Like you don't like you could still look like shit. It's just about like feeling better. Like you want to feel good like every day. It's really hard to get through life and to get through a job and to get through anything if you just inherently feel like shit.
Maybe have a kid. And I think
No, not maybe. You should 100% have children always. I'm just going to tell you this right now. And like, this is, I don't know how to explain this. And I don't know why logically most men don't come to this conclusion. But like, if you do not have children, you might as well just end it now. Yeah, there's going to be a hot take and none of you are going to like that. But it's like, what is the point to even living life if you're just going to die and you have nothing to show for it? Right? No. Now you're going to have children, right? Your children will remember you. Your grandchildren probably won't. but it's like the legacy, the inherent legacy still goes on regardless, right? Now, if you don't have children at all, you're going to die and nobody's going to remember you. Your life was absolutely meaningless. I don't know how else to express this. Like, if you don't have children, you don't have a family, you don't have anything, you just hoard wealth and you just live like a degenerate, lavish lifestyle and you ignore everything that you're supposed to do and you have nobody to pass that on to, you die, it evaporates. The government comes in, seizes all your assets, and it all goes bye-bye. And it's going to get handed out but to illegal immigrants, right? It's all meaningless. So it's like, I don't even see the point in even continuing to go on every day if you're not even going to have children. What is the point of anything you're doing? What is the point of the fancy new car you bought that you're going to feel good about for like a week and then you're going to even, it's just going to normalize in your brain and it's not even, it doesn't even trigger like an emotional or chemical response anymore. It's just meaningless. And then you're going to die. And in like 2 years, it's going to be in a junkyard rotting somewhere anyway. It's all meaningless consumerism. Not that consumerism is inherently bad, but like it's not, it shouldn't be your entire life. Like your entire life goal shouldn't be like fucking playing video games. I mean, bro, look at some of these streamers, bro. Like, no offense, like I love Summit 1G, but that is the most miserable fuck I've ever seen in my life. Like the dude just does not look happy most of the days. He just looks fucking miserable. He looks fried. He looks like shit. He looks super unhealthy. Half the time when I go into his stream, he's having a crash out because he's like 40 something years old with no children and he's still playing video games 13 hours a day. Like I'd want to blow my fucking brains out, dude, if I had that guy's life. I don't care about the money. You could give me all the money and the wealth that he has, but like the amount of problems he probably has to deal with on top of that, it's just like, it's not worth it, bro. Holy fuck. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of older streamers that are like this that like didn't go the route of like a Code Carnage, where like Code Carnage has a very healthy streaming lifestyle. He has a healthy family life. He has children. The dude's very happy. You can't not watch Code Carnage and be like, yeah, this dude's chill. This is just a very well put together, like thoughtful, like decent human being. And then you watch some of these other guys that didn't go that route, and it's like, bro, holy fuck, this is like a degenerate. This person is just like perpetually angry. They just feel like small, incomplete people. And ultimately, what at the end of the day, all that wealth just disappears, baby, because you're going into the same place all the rest of us are going, into the ground. And it's like, nobody's going to remember you. Literally nobody. Nobody's going to remember you at all unless you have children. And then your children inherit the things that you worked for. I mean, like, I really just don't understand it. And none of you can, there's nothing you can say that will make me understand it because I'm logical. I thought this out like for fucking years at this point, like every day. And it's just like, bro, it's all pointless if you don't have children. I don't understand. Why would you ever make that decision?
That's a beautiful life. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. And there's probably a lot of people who want to get mad at me saying that.
Yeah.
I don't really think anybody who spends the first 30 years, 40 years of their life only playing video games is going to be happy with the person they see in the mirror.
Nope. They're not.
I don't.
Nope.
I think it's a great...
Even professionals. I guarantee you most of these professionals are on antidepressants. They just seem like a lot of them are unhinged. They're doing drugs to compensate for just like the amount of like how miserable they are. Now there's a few that just like their brains are just wired weird and they get through it. But like a lot of them, man, like how many times do you see these career professional players like age out gracefully? They don't.
Thing to do to pass some time, but I don't think it's a good thing to do to pass all of your time. And I would feel like a horrible streamer. Hey, Baldy, you haven't gone live in half a year. Whatever. I would feel horrible as a content creator to not at least tell you guys the uncomfortable truths, even if it could alienate you guys from my audience. Because you may not believe this, but I do genuinely want the best for everybody who watches my videos. I really do. I genuinely fucking do.
Same.
Like the vitamins you put in your body, like the liquids that you drink, like the friends you have around you, be more careful of who you surround yourself with, because comfortability is a horrible thing to have when you're not where you need to be. It's not. Because when you get comfortable, that's when you stop trying. When you get comfortable, that's when you say, this is good enough.
Yep. Maybe I'll clean
The
up that
majority
trash
of
tomorrow.
times it's not. So please, make sure you're on a path to success. You're on a path of bettering yourself, bettering the people around you, and going to where when the curtain is closing, when everything is said and done, and we all breathe our last breath, you can look back and you can say, I'm happy with the choices I made. I'm happy with where I ended up, and I'm happy with the memories I made in this life. And I mean this genuinely. When you're 70 years old, I really don't
Just remember, there's no guarantee you're living to 70.
think your final thoughts are going to be like, man, that.
And most of you are not even going to get the benefit of being able to even have final thoughts. It's just going to end. Sometimes, more than likely, probably in your sleep. Some of you, it's going to end violently. You might not even get a chance to think about it. So keep that in mind. Like I said, every day is a blessing. You could wake up tomorrow, be dead. There's no explanation. Happens all the time. Just happened recently to a friend of mine at work. His best friend, very popular guy, like the whole town, whole city knows him. He's very well connected. Huge family, great guy. People literally were just talking to him the day before or the same day. He goes home, he sits down, has a heart attack. It's over.
One time I got that pen to
I think he's only like 53 or something.
kill in League of Legends was epic.
Not unhealthy either, by the way. Very healthy guy. He was like notoriously like really picky of like what he ate and how he ate and like vitamin regimens. Just still died 53, heart attack.
Or do you remember that one time I won the 50-50 and I got an anime girl for only $250 instead of $600? I don't really think you're going to think too much about that.
Nope.
Yeah. I know it might seem old.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold you to this though, Tech Toad. When you come back to streaming, you got to stop playing fucking gotcha games, because you yourself, you just kind of admitted it. You know that they're predatory and they're bad, right? So stop promoting them. I have the same problem, right? I still play some. Like I caught myself, dude. I downloaded fucking Duet Night Abyss, and I don't even know why. But I went into a game that doesn't even have a gotcha for the characters, and I still spent $300 before I even played the game. They are just predatory. They're bad, and it's all meaningless. All the money I ever spent, bro, I spent thousands of dollars in Fate Grand Order. I haven't played that game in like 6 years. It's all fucking meaningless. It's just a waste of money, waste of time. Like, it's fun in moderation, right? If you like something and you think it's fun, play it in moderation. But like gotcha games are so predatory. It's like video games are one thing, but gotcha games are just, they're so bad. This is why I don't play Uma Musume anymore. I just couldn't do it. After like reality set in, that I sat there and dropped like $1,200 on one card, by the way, one fucking card. And the reality of the game is that like the horses also matter. It's not just the fucking cards that are also very expensive, and you need all of them, and you need dupes of them. You also need the fucking horse girls, and you need dupes of them sometimes too. And they're just as important, if not the most important, because ultimately the horse girls are the fucking content of the game. And the reality is the game is toxic. It's fucking toxic. Everybody who plays that game is a fucking gambling addict. It's just like, it baits you in. You think it's like this cute, fun game, and it really is. I really love the fucking franchise, by the way. I love the horses. I love the stories. I love the franchise. But the game is fucking predatory. It is horrible. I don't recommend anybody plays it. In fact, my stepbrother was playing it the other day. He started playing last week, and I yelled at him and told him to stop fucking playing that game. Which, like, he was confused because he's like, "Oh, I thought you loved Uma Musume." I'm like, I do love Uma Musume, but that game is atrocious. It's fucking predatory. Stop playing this shit. Stop advertising this shit. Just stop. We need to stop normalizing gotcha games. We just need to really stop doing that. And it's like, I'm gonna criticize you, bro. If you come back to streaming and you load up fucking Wooba, Genshin Impact, or any of these fucking garbage tier fucking gotcha games that are predatory and destroying people's lives, because you know they are, I'm gonna hold you accountable.
but I've been doing a lot of reconnecting with nature. And don't get me wrong, I love video games. I love video games. I've played so many great games that I think are going to stay with me for a very long time. Some of which I even got fucking tattooed on my fucking body. Anyways, I fucking love Dark Souls. But I played Dark Souls for maybe 120 hours. I look back at my World of Warcraft playtime, a game that I fucking hate now. Although I might try Midnight because maybe it's good now. I had 2 years playtime on one character. And it's a game that has not affected me whatsoever.
Nope.
That's a little bit weird.
Very weird.
It's a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
Just really find what's important to you and really try to have that uncomfortable talk with yourself to really think, am I doing this because I just don't know what else to do? Or am I doing this because I do think it's what's best for me?
Yep. That's why I quit Counter-Strike. It's just like, I've spent like more than half my life playing Counter-Strike, and it's like, what am I even trying to prove? Like, there's nothing to prove. I don't even want to play professionally. I don't want to play for money. I don't want to play as a job. Like, it's fun to play with friends here and there, and like, I'm still open to that. Like, if my friends play, like, maybe I'll go play something with them and play a few games, and then I'll hop off. I try not to, because my problem is like, I don't like being bad at things. So when I play Counter-Strike and I know what my peak is, and then I'm playing really bad and getting dusted by my shitty friends, it makes me really mad. So then I get in this habit of like, okay, now I'm gonna go grind aim trainers for a bit and do like, it's just unhealthy. And it's all meaningless because ultimately, like, nothing I ever did in Counter-Strike or nothing anybody ever does in half this shit matters. Nobody remembers like some of the majors in Counter-Strike from fucking 10 years ago. Like, nobody does. Like, I have pictures of them because I went to them. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody remembers. I mean, just like the NA victory in Boston, like, yeah, for a few years, people always were like, nobody gives a fuck anymore. Like, nobody even talks about it half the time. The new generation of players weren't even around. Like, fucking, they're all like babies. They weren't even around for half of these victories. So yeah, it's like you just fall into obscurity, man. I mean, there's so many like professionals that were like the biggest names ever in all these different games that are now like obscure streamers of like 200 viewers. Like, they're nobodies now. Because it's meaningless. It's fucking meaningless. Like, you wasted your time. Now whether or not you found that fun or not is up to you, and whether you'll look back on that fondly is up to you. I would also, like, you could make an argument that like for me, for example, playing EverQuest when I was younger, like, I got my first girlfriend because of EverQuest, right? I learned how to talk to people and learned how to talk to women through playing EverQuest. I actually had a lot of really good friends and like older people that like kind of helped mentor me and guide me through a lot of things because I met them in MMOs like EverQuest or Final Fantasy 11 or even 14 to an extent. Like, I still have like a friend that I met through there that like I still like talk to all the time, right? So like, you can get some value out of these things, but it's inherently still kind of meaningless, which is why moderation is key. Moderation is always key in everything.
I don't know. I just really wanted to put this all out there and maybe hopefully help somebody out there kind of get back on the right track and realize what you can do to do that. So TLDR, TLDW on the video. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're on the right track. Be careful of who you surround yourself with. And really, more than anything, be truthful with yourself and grow from your flaws rather than making excuses for your flaws. Really appreciate you guys. And let's all change for the better. This is a new year. Try to be the best version of ourselves that we possibly can. And read a book, drink water, go to the gym. Bye-bye.
Specifically, read the Bible, read the Gospels, read the other canon liturgy, and the whole goal is to be closer to Jesus, right? You want to be more Jesus-like as much as possible, be closer to God, strive to be because I mean, you're an idol of God. You're created in His image, so you should strive to not only live up to His rules and expectations, but also strive to live like He did on earth as Jesus Christ, right? So that's how I interpret it. He's kind of saying the same thing, but it's more of like a secular take. But ultimately, great video. I somehow turned a 16-minute video into an hour long video. I apologize, but a lot of you guys like to just like put me on while you're at work and like listen to me like podcast style anyway. So it is what it is. And I had a lot to say. And honestly, once again, another W Tectone video. I really like this version of Tectone. I think he's grown a lot. He says good things. He's less off-putting. He's less like fucking doomer pilled. It's very nice to see. Now what I want to see is I want to see you go to church. I want to see you marry the girl that you're currently with that you love. And I want you guys to have many, many children because we need to populate the earth with good people, right? And I want to see your memory carry on. You want to see your wealth get passed down, be inherited, do good things, help more people. Please, please go have children. Please get married to good people, other good people. Like find a good wife, find a good husband, get married, have children. Your life will be infinitely better. Like I promise you, it'll be infinitely better. It's like it's not even an exaggeration. It'll be infinitely better as long as you just make the right choices. Like don't just willy-nilly pick somebody and just like pop up babies. Do it for the right reasons. Follow the steps that I laid out. Follow the steps that God laid out that are in the Bible, right? And you will have a prosperous, healthy life for as long as it's possible, because it all could be ended at any point. It's not up to you. You don't get to decide. I don't get to decide. Nobody gets to decide. It's God's grace, right? It could all end tomorrow. And then whether or not you get salvation is also God's grace. So it's like, here we go. So all you can do is try your best and try to live the best you can. Try to constantly improve and surround yourself with good people that actually care about you. Don't invest all your time and energy into people who don't give a fuck about you. Don't chase people that don't want to be chased by you. It's very simple. We make things way more complicated than we need to when it's very simple, right? So that's it. I'm going to end here. I don't want to drag this on. Shout out to Tectone. Great video, my friend. Can't wait till you start streaming again. Please do not stream gacha games, though. I will get so mad if you do. But yeah, peace out, guys.